Welcome everybody to the Velocity Dirt Touring Series. Tonight we got the street stocks at Cedar Lake. And these are our heat races for tonight. We have 3 heat races, 28 cars total. Top 4 from each moving straight into the A main, while the rest will have to battle through some B mains to get the 22 car field for tonight. A lot of big names in this one. Starting in that front row, we have Mike Menes in the 30. Outside of him, Chad Putterball in the 20. Just gauging through the field, we got in the rear, we have the 30 of Alex Hayes, last week's winner in the street stocks. Gonna have to start in the rear of the field if he makes it into the feature tonight. Looks like a little bit of checkups. We have a new driver here tonight in the 34. That is Brady Holzmeister. Sharp looking ride back there, but starting in the trunk, that's a tough redraw there. Some big names, the 3 of Kendrick Hom, 07 of Lockdale, outside him, the 29 of Jonathan Foxworth. But we are going green here today. Great jump by Mike Menes in the 30. He'll take the lead. A lot of bumping going in that first corner. Putterball getting a little bit of loose. We have 3-4 wide action. A little bit of contact with Lockdale and Kendrick Hom. Kendrick Hom slides up the track. Tyler Matheny in the 27 Pizza Hut car. Battle for that 4th and final transfer spot already heating up. Alex Hayes already driving through the field, starting in that rear. 27 Tyler Matheny, a little wheel hop in that corner. Looks like that inside still is a little bit of jump as we're going 4 wide again. Alex Hayes and Tyler Matheny going up the track. Everything's shaping out. Kendrick Hom in that last transfer spot going up the track. Alex Hayes jumping into that final transfer spot. A little bit of contact back there in the 27. Lockdale, Ringer, and Foxworth all battling. Contact between Ringer and Locke still goes. A lot of action going on here as we jump up here. Robert Howard into that second spot in the 50. Mike Menes about a half a straightaway lead on everybody. Second place battle. Putterball trying to get around the 50 of Robert Howard. Move to that final transfer spot. Alex Hayes. Oh, and we got our first Rocky Top caution. Checking through the field, see who's missing. Looks like Kendrick Hom might have been involved in that one. Let's take a look. Kendrick Hom and Brady Holzmeister, the new guy. Just a little bit of contact. Looked like a little bit of a checkup from Alex Hayes. Ends up Brady Holzmeister turning the 3 of Kendrick Hom around. Brings out that first caution of the night. Looks like everything good on that car as we re-rack them up. Mike with a solid looking ride there. Enjoying that first place. Going to see if he can hold it off as we're 6 laps in out of the 12. As always, we do a Delaware restart here. Looks like the 50 of Robert Howard going to be taking the inside. Chad Putterball on the outside of him. Alex Hayes in that 4th spot. Kendrick Hom gets his spot back. Looks like Brady taps as we're green as Mike is getting launches and Alex Hayes jumping to the inside off of that start. A little bit of sleeping from the 2nd and 3rd place drivers, and Robert Howard up into Putterball. And that shakes a lot of things up for this top 4 spot. Tyler Matheny now into the 4th position. Putterball trying to get that back. Tyler Matheny up onto 2 wheels, up onto 3 wheels. He's in the infield. Tyler Matheny in the 27. Looks like he's going to pull off. Looks like some damage on that 27. We have 2 to go this time by. A lot going on in this heat race, but Mike Menes still holding that lead nicely in this one. Alex Hayes in that 2nd position as we have the Lockdale Sim Sports 1 to go. Alex Hayes in 2nd, Putterball nice in 3rd, and we have this battle for 4th and final transfer spot between Robert Howard and Benedict Ringer. Benedict Ringer on the outside of Robert Howard as we come to the line. It's close. See how they score. That one looks like Benedict Ringer. Benedict Ringer gets that fourth and final transfer spot, but it is your 30. Dominating this entire race from start to finish. Mike Menace in the 30 car takes her to victory lane. What a race of that one. As we get a little bit of change in the weather here for heat race number 2. A little bit of more sunshine in this one. See if that plays a factor in anything, but it is heat number 2. We got 9 cars in this one. Starting on pole is that 44 Matt Dickerson, who's been solid starting as a rookie here in this series, but he has been very solid finishes throughout the first couple of races, trying to do the best he can here tonight. Mitch Webb on the outside of that first row. Kenny Taylor, first race here with us in that 38 on the inside in that third position. And how about Braden Tuttle, his first race here tonight too. A couple rookies in here. We got Harrison Dillon, that sharp looking 22 car outside of him, going to be the 257 of Jordan Endries. Inside of the next row of row 4, Kinzer Tosh in the purple and yellow 11 car. As they stack her up, Daniel George Sr. in that 71, and in the rear, Steven Schrottland in that sharp-looking 3 ride. Was fast in practice, a little bit of delay of the green, but we're green here today. And it's Matt Dickerson coming out with the lead, 38 into the Mitch Webb. Braden Tuttle sideways, but saves it. 3 wide action. Kinzer Tosh, Harrison Dill, Jordan Endries. They keep it clean, a little bit bumping and banging. Steve Schrottland trying to make a move. Mitch Webb staying high. Jordan Andrews shoving up high. A little bit tight through that corner. As Kinzer Tosh and Steven Schrottland running that inside line. A little bit of blinking there. Got guys running way low, guys running way high. Braden Tuttle jumping into that third spot. Kinzer Tosh into the fourth and final transfer spot. Battle with Mitch Webb. Matt Dickerson out to a nice lead. Kenny Taylor. A little bit of distance between that third place spot. Jordan Endry and Mitch Webb battling this one out. Looks like that inside line's pretty fast. Gets a good run. Jordan Endry's into that 6th spot. Steven Schrottland to the inside of Kinzer Tosh for the final transfer spot. He gets around him. He's on a mission, starting that 9th position, already up to 4th. Kinzer Tosh with a shove to Schrottland. Jordan Endry's trying to look to the inside of the 11 of Kinzer Tosh. So far, so clean. And the 38 of Kenny Taylor gets a little tight up there. Steven Schrottland gives the shot of the rear of the 38. 38 gets a little tight, goes up high. Schrottland into the 3rd spot. Kinzer Tosh, can he get into the transfer spot? Lost it to Schrottland, but he captures it as 38 goes high again. Jordan Endry's working on the 38 of Kenny Taylor. 2 to go this time by. Matt Dickerson out to the lead. Looks like he's got the fastest lap. He's working that thing. Braden Tuttle into that 2nd spot. Kenny Taylor falling quick. Schrottland into that 3rd as we get our lock. Dill Sim Sports 1 to go. Matt Dickerson all by himself by a straightaway. Tuttle 2nd. Schrottland 3rd. Can Jordan Endries have anything for 11 at Kinzer Tosh? This is the last corner. He can do it. Shoves it in there, but not enough. Kinzer Tosh will take that 4th and final transfer spot. Endries 5th. And start to finish back-to-back heat races. It's your pole sitter winning this one. Matt Dickerson in the sharp-looking 44 ride will bring that to victory lane. Excited to see what he can do in that feature as we go to heat 3 here tonight. 3rd and final heat race. Top 4 again, and a lot of heavy hitters in this one. Jamie Krudoff, first time racer here tonight. He gets the random generated pill draw pole for this one. Outside of him, Zach Stays in the 79. Daniel George Jr. Couple wins here in the league Start in third. Outside of him, Corbin Geisler in the 90 car. Inside that row 3, Parker Dirks in the 87. Outside of him, the number 9, Jonathan Wireball. Inside row 4, the 21-year point leader, Taylor Ron. Outside of him, the 99 of Cooper Cockrell. And in the rear of the field, the number 1, usually the 1, but in street stocks, the 1, Jaron Valley. As cars get together, we're going to be going green this time, and it's Jamie Crudoff leading them to the green. Daniel George Jr. getting a lot of run on that inside. Already battling for that lead on Jamie Crudoff. Parker Dirks already battling for that 4th and final transfer spot on the 90 of Corbin Geisler. Daniel George Jr. gets on the inside of 25 of Crudoff. Taylor Ron looking to the inside. Parker Dirks clears for that 4th and final transfer spot. Jaron Valley coming up quick. Ooh, tight for the 21 and the 90. Jaron Valley gets under. Battling for that 5th spot. Zach Staggs getting a good run out of turn 4. A little bit tight there, a lot of action. 90 gets in the back of 1 of Jaron Valley. Ron looking for that final transfer spot, battling the outside. Dirks. Dirks battling 79 of Staggs for that 3rd spot. A lot of tight racing here, not a lot of beat and banging. As the 1 of Jaron Valley shoves her 3 wide for the final transfer spot. 87 gets up into the 1 who gets up into the 21. No one clear yet. 1 full lap of 3 wide racing. 21 shoves up the track. 90 of Corbin Geisler trying to get into this one. It's like 87 of Dirks gets a little high in front of the 1 of Valley. Dirks solidifying that final transfer spot as it's 2 to go. A lot of action in 8 laps here tonight. Ron into the wall. Your leader by about half a lap. Daniel George Jr. takes the Lockdale Swim Sports 1 to go. Zach Staggs into that 2nd spot. Crudoff into the 3rd spot. Dirks gets a little loose as Jaron Valley tries to jump into that 4th and final transfer spot on the last lap. Dirks gives it a shove in the rear. Not enough as Valley takes the final spot. Dirks 5th. Geisler 6th. Ron 7th. Gonna have to battle through that B main. And it is all Daniel George Jr. shot like a rocket off that start on the inside. He's able to take the lead quick and never look back as he wins heat number 3 at Cedar Lake.